Welcome back and welcome to day 3 of welcoming fall and just loving this change of seasons. All right, get down on your mat. Coming on to my rear. I'm going to make my way gently all the way down onto my back, and we'll see where this adventure takes us today. Knees are bent, feet are flat on your mat, arms are down by your side, and I want you just to take a nice good inhale. Exhale all the air out of your lungs. Try to just settle into this moment right now, breathing into your rib cage. And exhale all the air out of your lungs. I had an enormously funky day yesterday, so I'm just going to have a nice good inhale all the thoughts of that one last little time. And exhale all of that energy right out. Arms press into the mat from here. Nod your chin so you feel like you have a nice long spine line. And just start rocking your hips. Lower back pulls down to the mat and tailbone reaches away. And rock your hips and reach it away. Seeing if you can turn your abdominals off, turn your glutes off, and let's use just your abdominals. Goodness gracious, it's going to be an interesting 20 minutes if I'm already losing track of my speech. And let's add a little more movement. Inhale into your ribs and rock your hips. Peel and curl all the way up to the top. Press your arms into the mat. Inhale and exhale, articulate all the way down. Oh, that feels good just to get the bones moving. Inhale at the bottom. You're going into that neutral pelvis and rock your hips. No butt, all abs as you peel and curl all the way up to the top. Hold it up here. Let's just fine tune you real quick. Press your arms into the mat. Get your triceps working. Might as well. They're here. Let's make them participate. Reach your knees to the other side of the room. Feel the backs of your legs kick in. Really feel those hamstrings. I'm sorry if you start cramping because of that. And then I want you to have pressure on your big toe, your little toe, and your heel. Energy between your knees, and really tuck those hips a whole heck of a lot. And inhale. Close your eyes and articulate all the way down the mat, one vertebra at a time. Use all that energy. Make it very dynamic. Everything's working and playing along here. Really feels good on my lower back. Just getting that movement. Inhale at the bottom and rock your hips. Peel and curl all the way up to the top. This is the last one, so make it a yummy one. Rock your hips, uncurl all the way down. Hold it at the bottom, completely uncurling your hips. Feet come together and knees come together. Interlace your hands behind your head. And inhale. On the exhale, head, neck, and chest lifts up off the mat. Make sure you have a little space between your chin and your chest. I'm kind of staring at where the roof and the ceiling come together. So I'm not staring at my belly. Look up a little bit and find that'll create a nice little spine line for your head and your spine. And slowly lower it all the way down. Inhale into your rib cage. And exhale, head, neck, and chest lifts up off the mat. Hold it here. Reach around, grab the backs of your legs. Curl up a little higher. Stay there. Hands come up to the ceiling. Interlace your hands behind your head and lower your head all the way down. Inhale at the bottom into your rib cage. On the exhale, head, neck, and chest lifts up. Reach around, grab the backs of your legs. Curl your torso up. Hands come up to the ceiling. Interlace your hands behind your head and lower it all the way down. And inhale. On the exhale, head, neck, and chest lifts up off the mat. Reach around, grab the backs of your legs, curl it all the way up. Hands come up to the ceiling. Don't drop back this time. Stay lifted and rotate over to the right. Inhale through the center and to the left. Inhale through the center and to the right. Through the center and to the left. With your right hand, reach to the outside of your right knee. Palm is open and reach past that knee. Stay lifted as you come through the center and switch to the other side. And wrap that oblique across your waist and cross. Reach those fingertips way past your knees. Reach. And to the left. We're going to take it to the right and hold and give me a little lift for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay lifted. Come through the center over to the left side and lift for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to the center. Interlace your hands behind your head. Stay lifted. Inhale. On the exhale, see if you can lift a little bit higher. Not necessarily rolling forward, but just lifting everything. Inhale. And exhale, lowers all the way down. My abs feel like they're warm. I hope yours do too. Whew. From here, right leg is going to float up to tabletop. Left leg is going to float up to tabletop, and tap the right toe down to the mat and bring it up, and left toes and bring it up. Hinging from your hips, knees are 90 degrees, and just keep breathing. And tap, and tap, and tap. One more time right, one more time left. Head, neck, and chest lifts up off the mat. Grab the backs of your legs. And from here, arms and legs go long. Reach long. Energy out your fingers, energy out your toes. And exhale, pulls it right back in. And reach and bring it in. And reach. And reach. And reach. Shoulders are out of your ears. Have energy in your fingers, energy in your toes as you reach long. Let's do 2 more. One more time. Hold, head comes all the way down to the mat. Right foot comes quietly down to the mat. Left foot comes quietly down to the mat. And just let those knees rock side to side. Just get a nice little release through your lower back, your hips, your abs. And just enjoy this right now. No real rhyme or reason for this one. Just let yourself gently rock back and forth. And then I'm going to have you keep your knees dropped over to the right side. Put pressure on that left foot and push that top hip forward, really opening across that front of your hip flexor there. And enjoy this little tidbit of a stretch that's so, so yummy. And come through the center. Let those knees drop all the way over to the left side. Push that right hip forward by putting pressure on that right foot, getting a stretch across that right hip flexor. And on the next exhale, bring those knees, hips, everything back to the center. Legs are going to go long on the mat. We're doing a roll up, so if you need to bend your knees, go for it. Shoulders are pressing towards your hips no matter where your legs are, what orientation they're in. Press those legs together. Inhale, head, neck, and chest lifts up off the mat, and exhale, rolls it all the way up. And then from here, I'm going to have you come just halfway back. And then from here, I want you to give me a small little lift, and lift, and lift, and lift, and 4, 3, 2, last one. Continue rounding all the way forward. Once your shoulders are over your hips, sit up nice and tall. Let your hands float up to the ceiling. And give me a little half angel. Bend your elbows. Squeeze them right behind you. Shoulder blades and everything. Opening your chest and shoulders up. Reach back up to the sky. Let those hands come back down in front of you. Chest is still open. Come halfway back. Right to that no man's land right there. And from here, right leg lifts. Lift. Just your right. Lift. Lift. And lift. 3, 2, and 1, then switch to that left leg, lift. Trying to get those abs to pull that leg up, and lift, and lift. 2 more. And hold it right there, round it forward, sit up nice and tall, hands float up to the ceiling again, bend your elbows, open your chest and shoulders up, hands come up, and then hands come right back down, palms face each other. You're gonna come halfway down. I want you to hover that left leg, soften it, rotate your torso to the left, and now you're going to kind of taco yourself. You're pulling your knee in and your chest up, and lift with a little bit of twist in there, just for the added fun of it all. And just taco it, pull it in. Make sure your shoulders are staying open. You're not rounding through there. 4, and 3, and 2, And last one, that leg comes down, chest comes to the middle, round it forward, sit up nice and tall, arms float up, bend your elbows, open your chest and shoulders up, bring them back up, float them down in front, because you know we have to do the other side. Come halfway back, find your happy place or maybe your unhappy place. Hover that right foot, it's gonna be a soft knee. Rotate towards the right. Taco yourself right at your hip and curl it in. And curl. And crunch. And pull it in. Keep breathing. By the way, let's do 4 more. 3, 2, and last one, leg comes down, torso comes back, straight to the middle, round it forward, sit up nice and tall, hands float up, bend your elbows, open those chest and shoulders up one last time, really squeezing those shoulder blades together. Reach those arms up. This time, just bring your hands all the way back and around behind you. Fingertips are gonna face your rear, and I want you to have a lot of good energy lifting up through your arms. Belly button's pulled in, chest is open, legs are gonna be straight, but I still want your knees ever so slightly soft. I happen to be a hyperextender if I'm given the opportunity, so I'm cueing that for myself as much as you. From here, I want you to lift that torso up into that reverse plank here, and inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale. On the exhale, slowly lower yourself down. You're not a dead fish. With control, lowering down, staying lifted through your torso, through your spine, using those abdominals. Inhale. On the exhale, let's lift it up one more time. Inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. One last breath in. And slowly letting yourself lower all the way down. Sitting up nice and tall on your sits bones here. If it's a challenge for you to sit like this, please get a little box or fold your mat underneath you. I don't want you battling at your hips. I want you to just be sitting up nice and tall. Interlace your hands behind your head. Inhale as you grow tall, and exhale as you rotate to the right. My feet have not moved. Make sure your feet haven't. Take a little look. And then rotate a little bit more. Inhale as you grow tall and come back to the center. Take it to the left. Exhale, exhale a little more. And inhale back to center. And take it to the right. Exhale, exhale. Inhale back to center, and the left. Exhale, exhale. Inhale back to center. One more time to the right, and center. One more time to the left, and bring it right back to center. Separate those feet so they're about the width of the mat. Arms are reaching out in front of you, palms are facing each other. Inhale and grow tall. Feel yourself anchored right down into the mat with your tailbone and heads reaching way up into the rafters. Inhale, nod your chin. Keep the back of your head lifted so you're not just deflating here. You're still active as you reach those arms and your torso and everything forward. Belly button stays pulled back behind you. Inhale. On the exhale, restack all the way up, growing a little bit taller with each vertebra. Inhale. On the exhale, nod your chin. Round it forward. And inhale. And exhale, restack it all the way up. Inhale. Imagine there's a wall right behind you. Peel your spine and your head away from that wall. One vertebra at a time. Keep your rib cage lifted up off your hip bones. We're gonna stay here, and I'm gonna have you flatten out your back. That means your arms are gonna lift up just a little bit. Don't go anywhere, stay forward, and I want you just to give me a little pulse with your arms. Little pulse. Double check your shoulders are not in your ears. I want you to have a beautiful long neck. Little pulses back with those arms. Reach and reach. This is back extension, working hard for it. And then round it forward, belly button pulls backwards, restack your spine, growing beautifully tall. We're doing one more and nod your chin. Round it forward. And then from here, flatten that back out again. Those arms are gonna lift. I want you to imagine that angle that you have from your tailbone all the way through the top of your head, and arms come back by your ear. Challenge yourself to get there, and then rotate to the right. Come through the center and to the left. And to the right, and to the left. One more time to the right, One more time to the left. Come back to the center, round it forward, and restack all the way up, beautifully tall. Bring those feet back towards about hip width apart. My knees are not super close, or my feet aren't super close. My knees aren't super bent. I want them just comfortable. I'm gonna bring those hands behind me again, fingertips facing my rear. Lift your hips up. Neck is nice and long. Let your derriere just hang. And let's just bend our elbows. Give our triceps a little love right now. Here we go. And press it down and lift. And lift. We're doing 8 more. And 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's lift a leg. Why not? We're doing this. Sorry, you're coming along with me. Lift that left leg, and we're doing 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Put that foot down. The right leg hovers. Last 10, I promise. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and foot comes down, butt comes down. And shake those arms out just a little bit. Cross that right arm in front of the left. Grab above or below your elbow. Stretch that arm across your body. And then bring that right arm all the way back behind you, going down your back. And just out of curiosity's sake, bring that left arm around. See if you can grab that hand down your back. In a perfect world, you should be able to grab your hand, but in the world of Zoom, computers, television, too much driving, slouching in general, it might get hard. Something to work for. Release those fingers if you were able to. Switch sides. Left arm comes across your body. Shoulder stays down. And then that left arm goes down your back. Grab that elbow. Give it a little encouragement. I think this side might be uglier for me. I'll even show you. All right, here we go. See if we can find that hand. This is my ugly side. Bring that right arm around. See if you can find your fingertip. Where are they? Oh, just barely. Look at that. I got it. If you can't get it, don't worry about it. You can keep encouraging your elbow down your back from the top. Or if you want to grab a towel or something to work on it, to bridge the gap, that works too. And slowly release those hands. Let's flip ourselves right over onto your hands and knees. Hands are right underneath your shoulders. Knees are right underneath your hips. Tuck your tail, look into your belly button, and uncurl. And tuck. And uncurl. And tuck. And uncurl. And let's come back to the middle. Find that happy place right in the middle. Belly button's pulled to your spine. Your shoulders are out of your ears. The back of your neck and head is lifted to the ceiling. Right arm goes out in front of you like you're shaking somebody's hand. Left leg slides along the ground and lifts. And your elbow and knee, they're going to come in and touch and reach it nice and long. And bring it in and touch and nice and long. Bring it in and reach. Bring it in and reach, and in, and reach. Hold. Float that arm and that leg out to the side. Feel your obliques really turning on here. Inhale, and exhale, and just be in your happy place right here. One more time. Inhale. On the exhale, that arm and leg float long again, and then quietly down to the mat. Let's switch sides. Left arm reaches over your head like you're shaking somebody's hand. Right leg extends out behind you. We're going to come in, touch that knee and that elbow, and then reach it long. And I want you to actually touch that knee and that elbow. Not just kind of in the vicinity, but see if you can really get that connection to happen. That gives you a little extra abdominal engagement when you do that. One more time. Reach it long. Take that arm out to the side, take that leg out to the side, and breathe. Inhale, and exhale. And inhale, and exhale. One more time. Inhale, And exhale, that leg and that arm come along again. Float that arm down, float that knee down. Separate your knees, sit back on your feet for a nice little rest. You're welcome. My body says thank you too for the little rest. I'm gonna have you slither forward onto your side. I'm gonna start on my left side, on my left elbow. Bottom leg is gonna be bent. My top hand is gonna come behind my head. And I want you to be long in your waist. So not a short side and a long side. I want you to lift up, reach your head all the way to the other side of the room so that you're active, even just laying around here on your mat. There's a lot of work still going on. So hand comes behind your head, head's reaching long. Your right leg, his top leg is gonna hover hip height, just hip height. Flex that foot. I want you to swing it in front for a little pulse of 2. Bring it back behind you for a pulse of 2. Flex it and forward, and then bring it back. And bring it forward and back. Your abs are nice and tight, and that's what's keeping your torso still as possible. There's a little bit of movement, a little bit of wiggling, waggling back and forth, but not much. Not a big sway forward or back as that leg is swinging. Reach that heel front for 2, and pulse it back for 2. And front for 2, and back for 2. Hold it in front. Relax that foot. Let it be dead weight right on the end of that leg. Make sure that top hip is pulled back, still stacked on top of your bottom hip. Double check you haven't sunk down into that rib cage. Lift long. And then after all that chit-chatting, lower that leg down, tap the ground, and lift. And lift. And lift. And lift. Whew. Hip. Burning already. It's already working hard. And lift. Lift. And lift. Let's do 3, 2, last one. Point that leg. Bring it back behind you. Reach as far as you can back. Even kind of pull your weight off your elbow a little bit because you're reaching so far back at the other direction. Angle your top shoulder forward. Add a reach with that hand and lift it straight back behind you. And lift. And lift. And of course, your leg and my hip is getting a lot of my brain work and attention right now because it's burning. But quickly make note of what your abdominal muscles are doing. Don't let them hang out the front. They don't get to take 5. Belly button's still pulled in. Shoulders are out of your ears. Lifting up energy out of that elbow. Let's do 4 and 3 and 2 and last one. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Isn't that a lovely burn? Can you smell the muscles burning? I bent both my legs, knees are on top of each other. Put your hands on the mat. I want you to pick your right hip up and just push them over the top, over to the hips to the right. Getting a stretch in that right hip. And then walk your hands all the way around to the other side. This time I'm on my right side and my right elbow. I'm sorry if that's confusing if you're mirroring me. I should be mirroring you. I will work on that. My poor right and lefts. Confusing. These challenging things we deal with. All right, elbow is right underneath your shoulder, lifting out of your waist so that you're long. Bottom leg is bent. Top hand is behind your head. Top leg is gonna hover hip height. Flex that foot. Really reach through the back of your leg there and bring it forward for a little pulse of 2 and point it back behind you for 2. And forward for 2 and back for 2. And reach and back. And flex, and point. Abs are tight. Make sure you're not furrowing your brow at me. Make sure you're not pursing your lips at me. And pulse. Forward and back, and forward and back. One more time. Forward, hold it here. Relax that foot, and lower. Lift, and lift, lift, and lift. Make sure that top hip is still pulled back. Don't let it get pulled forward. Rib cage is lifting up, head's reaching long in one direction. So feel tall through here. And let's do 4 and 3, 2, last one. Point your foot, bring it back behind you. Once again, reach so far back that you take a little weight off your elbow even. Reach that left arm at an angle and give me a lift. Lift, 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 lift. Burning glutes, glute medius to be really specific. This is going to make it so that you have a beautiful walk forever. You don't have that sinking into your hip walk. Keeps you strong, and it'll make you have a good looking butt. As an added bonus, you'll look cute. Strong and cute. And lift, and lift. Let's do 4, 3, 2, last one. Lower that leg all the way down. Both knees are bent. Hands find their way to the mat from right there. Pick your left hip up and push it over the top of your feet. And exhale. And be proud of yourself that you finished that exercise, because it's a challenge, for sure. And then slowly make your way back onto your rear. And we're just gonna find a little spot right behind your tailbone to balance. Right leg comes into not tabletop, just hovers off the mat. Left leg hovers just off the mat. Grab a hold of your shins, look into your belly. And I want you to roll back, staying off your neck and head. Come right back up and hold at the top. Whew, that was a little bit energetic for me. And take it back, abs stay pulled in, and roll it up. Giving your back a nice little massage. And back, and up. One more time back, and all the way up. Legs are gonna go out straight. Arms reach up, tuck, and roll it all the way down. Right leg comes up to tabletop. Grab a hold of that knee with your opposite hand. Cross it over your body. Let that right arm reach out in the other direction. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. One more time, inhale. On the exhale, pull that leg back to center. Send that right leg out long. Left leg comes up to tabletop. Grab a hold of that knee with your opposite hand. Cross it over your body. Reach that left arm out in the other direction. And every time you exhale, I want you just to exhale into this twist, into the stretch. I always know we're officially working hard when my glasses get foggy. We've arrived. On the next exhale, pull that leg back to the center. Send that leg out long. From here, I want you to place one hand on your belly, one hand on your chest, and I want you just to have a few good breaths. I want you to inhale and exhale. And inhale. Trying to slow your inhale and exhale down a little bit. Inhale maybe for 4. Hold for 4. And exhale for 4. And hold. Inhale. Hold. And exhale. And hold. Keep going with this pattern, however long you feel. I'm essentially giving you a little mini meditation right now. I'm going to take this opportunity to say thank you for joining me. I appreciate having you. And I will see you tomorrow for day 4. And you can make the executive decision on how long you want to stay here and just enjoy the quiet and the peacefulness and the intentional breathing. And I hope you can take on the rest of your day. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you tomorrow.